Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Kill Team Battle Report. I'm Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa de Neil, where I'm about to fight a kill team battle between my Corsair Voidscarred and Neil's Sisters of Battle. So the story that we've got going on here is that this planet was a shared operation between the Mechanicus and the Ecclesiarchy. So it was a shrine world and also had part manufactorum. So they were pumping out necessary accoutrement for the various pushes that the Imperium does out into the void to bring the word of the Emperor out there and conquer worlds. But it was also a shrine world that held many a relic that the Ecclesiarchy wished to be protected, and a force of sisters was on this planet to make sure they were protected. Well, a band of the Corsairs arrived on this planet looking to grab some of these as many of these very expensive and perhaps important on the skeins of fate relics that were on this planet, and they arrived to try to take them, and the sisters decided that was not acceptable. So that's the story that we've got going on today. We are going to be playing the loot and salvage, loot and something mission from the main rule book. Essentially, there are 6 objectives on the table. Kind of in like diagonal lines across over here. Yeah, loot and salvage is the name of it. I got it right. Hey, look at me with my brain and whatnots. Essentially, all of these objectives, if you are within black triangle of it, you can perform the action to loot and salvage. And essentially, you can score 1 point for each objective that you loot and salvage, up to 4 per turning point, and each individual objective can only be loot and salvaged up to 3 times per game. So you can't sit on the same one all 4 turning points and score 4 points from it. You can score from each one is 3. So that is the story. That is the mission. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 kill teams that are going to be fighting it out. We have a Voidscarred kill team. And for the sisters, we have a Battle Sister fire team and a Repentia fire team. So going over deployment now for my Voidscarred, we have my Starstorm Duelist over on the left flank over here, along with the the Kernathi next to him over here. We've got the Felarch back over this side, along with the Soul Weaver next to him. Up in his perch, we have the Fate Dealer. We've got the Heavy Gunner over here, the regular gunner next to him. We then have the Wayseeker and the Shade Runner, along with the Kernite Hunter on the far flank over there. Going over deployment for the sisters, we've got 2 Repentia on this side over here. We've got 2 Battle Sister Warriors over on this side. We have 3 more of the Repentia in the middle over this side. We've got his gunner with the Stormbolter over on this side, along with his Sister Superior, and 1 last Battle Sister Warrior on this side. So that is deployment. We will now go into the scouting phase, and essentially the way it works is you have 3 options. You have option number 1, which is to infiltrate. Option number 1 is fortify, which allows you to place an additional barricade. Option number 2 is infiltrate, which will allow you to change one of your tokens, engagement tokens, during the first turning point. And the third option is recon, which will give you a free dash before the game works. So it also works as a way to do choose who goes first, gets the initiative on the first turn. So it works like rock, paper, scissors, where fortify beats infiltrate beats recon beats fortify. And essentially we choose it, and if there's a tie, then it goes to the attacker, who is me this time. So if it is a tie, I will be going first. So we will now have it show our choices. All right, so my opponent has chosen the infiltrate, which means he will change one of his objectives during the first turning point. He can do that, and I will be doing the recon. So I will do the dash, and then we'll come back to you with the initiative going to the Battle Sisters. All right, so into the strategy step of the first turning point here. We both gained CP, so we're both at 3 CP. But then my opponent spent 1 on Divine Shield, which means that during shooting attacks against him, if he retains any critical saves, he can reroll one of his failed saves as well. if he does so during that during the roll dice step. I am not going to spend any on my strategic ploys, but we both also had cards to reveal, tac ops to reveal. So mine was one of the faction-specific one called Opportunists. Essentially, I chose 3 of his operatives. That is going to be these 2 Repentia back over here and his leader over here. When they are killed, we will place a loot token when they're incapacitated. We place a loot token where they are incapacitated, and then from there we will. I can go and pick those up, and if I hold any of them, if I'm carrying any of those loot tokens at the end of the game, I score a VP, and if I control all 3, I'm holding all 3 of them, I score 2 VP. And my opponent has central control, so essentially he has to have more APL within blue of the center than I do to score at the end of 2 turning points to score his 2 points there. So that's going to be it for the strategy step. We'll come back to you with the firefight step. So starting off here, my opponent activated his operative over on this side, the Battle Sister Warrior. He used his changing of their activation token because he had her in engaged, changed it to conceal, moved her up onto the objective over here, and then loot and salvaged it so that she could get the point there for him. So that's going to be his first activation. My activation, I'm going to activate my Fate Dealer here. He is going to do his special action that he can do, which is called Take Aim, essentially giving him balanced to his next shot that he's going to take. Second APL will be to shoot the Battle Sister over there with her helmet off, which is not what you want in front of a sniper. Here we go. So it's going to be 4 shots hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1 of the dice, if I so choose, because of balanced. Doing 3-3 with mortal wounds on 3 on crits. So looking for 2s. Oh, buddy, not gonna re-roll any of those. So that's going to be. Actually, you know what? I am going to re-roll one of these. No, didn't make a difference there. So we've got 2 crits and 2 regular hits. So it's going to be 6 wounds already from mortal wounds.
Do you have any AP?
No AP. So he's going to have the 3 dice, but one of them retain, unless you want to. I would retain 1 because the damage from these are the same. So retaining 1 because of being in cover over there, and then rolling 2. Getting 1 extra 1, so that's going to ignore 2 of those, so that's going to be a total of 3, 6, 9, 12 damage.
Oh,
so
even re-rolling it wouldn't help me.
No, even re-rolling I don't think it's going to work there. So she is incapacitated. My opponent's second activation will be this Repentia, who will jump up onto the objective over here and loot and salvage it. My heavy gunner activated, did his free dash for being because of what's it called? Aeldari Raiders special rule, gives him a free dash. Then he moved onto the objective and did the action there for Repentia moved and dashed from back over here up into that position there. My Kurnathi has moved and dashed onto the objective and done the action. Then my Felarch activated. He just kind of moved up over this way, getting into position for next turning point, hopefully. But when he did so, he did coordinated strike, which allowed my my Soul Weaver to activate as well, and he moved up over to that way.
But now I got 2 chances.
His other Repentia over here moved and dashed, I should say, up onto the objective over here. And then activated my my gunner over here, and he moved and dashed over to there. His Repentia down here moved and dashed up to the stairs over there. My hunter moved and dashed into position over here. Sister over here moved up over this way, and now she is going to shoot into my Fate Dealer over here. Not Fate Dealer, sorry, Soul Weaver over here. So Bolter is, I think, 4 shots, looking for 3s to hit.
Yep.
All right, so we got 4 shots, looking for 3s to hit. Getting 3 regular hits there. I do have cover where I'm at over there, so I'll take 1, and then I'm looking for 2 other 4-ups. And I make them both. Woo! My duelist moved over here, moved into dash. The gunner over here moved into position on this side. And then my Wayseeker over here did a free dash over there, and then can get line of sight to his gunner over here. I'm going to use the Psychic Power Lightning Strike, which is essentially a shooting attack with 4 shots, looking for 3+, doing 4 or 5 damage with AP 1. Okay, so I got 2 hits. You can take 1 as cover because there is a cover, but you only have 1 other die because it's AP 1. And then you're looking for a 3-up. Makes it. And then he's going to do try to do a second power, doing warding shield. So to do a second psychic power, I can do him twice, but I have to roll a d6 on a 1 or a 2. I would normally take 3 mortal wounds, but I have the lodestone helm, which means I don't take the damage, but I won't be able to do the power. So with the 5, I can choose it. I'm going to choose Warding Shield and give my Shade Runner a 3-up invul. I just realized Warding Shield's into the end of the turn, so I'm actually just going to give it to himself because he is a friendly Corsair operative, visible and within range of himself. And then his Sister Superior is going to activate, moving around the corner over here, and then she is going to shoot into my Wayseeker over on this side.
On 2.
Hitting on 2s because she's the leader there.
You know what?
So that's going to be, going to spend a CP to reroll it?
Yeah,
All right.
hurt you.
Going to roll, spend the CP to reroll it. Going to have a crit and 3 regular hits. I'm going to have 3 3-up invul saves because of the psychic power that I cast.
Good call.
That's going to be a crit and 2 regular saves, so that's good. I'll take that. So that's going to what's the damage on this? Bolter?
It would be 4 for this.
Is it 3-4? Yeah, so 3-4. So he will take 3 damage since I was able to block all of the crit and then 2 of the regular one. And then my last activation will be my Shade Runner, who will move in advance up onto the dash and move onto the objective, and then do the loot and salvage action. So that is going to be it for the turning point. We will now roll off to see who will have initiative going into turning point number 2. I rolled a 4, my opponent rolled a 1, so it will be the Voidscarred going into turning point number 2. All right, into the strategy step, we both gained a CP, putting me at 4, my opponent to 2. Then he is going to spend 1 on a strategic ploy of the same thing, so Divine Shield again. And then I'm not going to spend anything. And then we are, my opponent revealed 2 of his attack ops here. He's got damage limitation, so he has to try to kill more than me, and then hold the line, keep me out of his deployment zone. So that's going to be it for the strategy step. We'll come back to you with the firefight step. So now my Voidscarred Gunner over here, he activated doing the loot and salvage on this objective over here. Then he took his free dash up to the corner there. Now he's going to shoot into his Sister Superior over there with the blaster that he has. So it's going to be 4 shots, hitting on 3+, doing 5-6 damage with AP2. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. These, I don't think there's anything you can do about that. Well, no. What's the wounds? What wounds does she have on there?
7.
9. She has 9.
Sorry, no, the gun.
Yeah, she has 9.
She has 9.
There's nothing because unfortunately it's AP minus 2. It's AP2, so you only have the 1 die. And even if you succeed on that one, and you spent the CP to ignore one of mine with the Divine Intervention, you'd still be taking 10 damage. So she is dead. All right, so we placed the loot token there because she was one of my opportunists. And also, Headhunter. So I killed his leader, and it's the second turning point, so I scored 2 VP for that. And now his warrior over here is going to activate. She's going to do the loot and salvage action on this objective over here, getting a point. And then she is going to shoot my hunter in the face. 4 shots, looking for 3s. All right, getting a crit and 2 hits. So now I will roll my defense dice. Getting a crit and 2. Oh no, crit and 1 save. So he will take 3 damage there. And now my heavy gunner here is going to activate. He's going to use both of his APL to shoot into his sister over there. So that's going to be 4 shots now. That's the only action I can do because it's unwieldy, which means it takes 2 APL to do, and it's heavy, so I can't even move. So it's just going to have the 4 shots, looking for 3+ here. Oh, buddy, that's mortal wounds alone. She's dead because that's 8 mortal wounds there. Yeah, that Wraith Cannon just obliterated her over there. All right, the Sister Repentia over there is going to activate and do loot and salvage to take on that objective. Now my Fate Dealer is going to activate, take aim, and fire into the Repentia over on the right-hand side as you looking at there. It's going to be 4 shots hitting on 2s. Because of the take aim, it's going to be balanced. So I'm actually going to... I'm going to reroll 1. Okay, that's what I get for rerolling 1. It's AP nothing, so you're going to have your 6-up saves. So... Okay, getting 1, and then so that's gonna be so you got 1 crit. Yep. 1 second. So yeah, did the cover with the retaining 1 there. We figured it out. It worked out there. So he's got the 1. So basically the 2 saves there. So he's gonna ignore the crit and then that. So it's gonna be doing 3 damage from that, plus 3 damage from the mortal wounds from the sniper shot there. So 6 feel no pains from the Repentia. 5 ups, getting 2 of them, so only takes 4 damage. All right, so then my opponent's going to activate the Sister Repentia that was hurt, and he is going to do the action on the objective over here. So now my duelist over here, my Starstorm duelist, is going to activate, do his free dash over here, and then he is going to do the, what's it called, pistol barrage, shooting his fusion pistol into the closest Sister Repentia over here, and the shuriken pistol into the other sister over there. So we'll do the fusion pistol into the closest sister over there. This is going to be 4 shots, looking for 3+. Looking for 3+. Range is blue. AP is 2. Mortal wounds 3 on crits. 5-3 damage.
You got me.
Oh, so that's a lot. You only have the 1 dice that you can save. So she is going to be out of action no matter what, because she's going to take 3, 6 mortal wounds here. Oh no, you have to feel pain. You're right. So you have 1 die you can roll. Looking for a 6. Nope, not going to be there. So now you are going to take.
Wait, I can.
You're going to be taking 10. 1 second. All right, so that's 22 wounds over here. We've got 5 up, feel no pains. This is the first 11 of them. Ignoring 2 of them, so she's already dead. And then we've got the so we placed the loot token there for my my attack op there, and then the shuriken pistols into the other Repentia there. 4 shots, looking for 3s. That is going to be a crit and 3 hits. So that's going to be AP, ends up rending, so it's going to be AP -1. So you'll just have the 2 dice looking for 6s.
If I score 6, I can do my thing.
Nope, nothing there. So then you have Feel No Pains. It's going to be a bunch. We'll come back to you. And that's 13 Feel No Pains, looking for 5 ups. No, she's dead. She only had 3 wounds left. Boom. This Sister Repentia is going to move and dash up onto the center of the building, the center of the board over here. The Wayseeker is now going to activate, dash up to the cover there, and then use Lightning Strike into his gunner over here. So it's going to be 4 shots with Lightning Strike. That is going to be, I think I'm looking for 4s or 3s. I'm going to spend a CP to re-roll one of those. Reroll my miss? Nope, not meant to be.
Merch.
I've got a t-shirt for that one. All right, so he's going to be roll here. He does have cover there, so he's going to retain 1 and then roll 1 into a 5. That's a regular roll, so that's going to be good. So he's going to take 4 damage. And then I'm going to try to give him warding shield, so I have to roll the d6. On a 4, he can, so he will now have 3 up invul. All right, so then his gunner's going to activate, move up here, so he's within range to ignore the cover there and shoot into my Shade Dancer over here. It's going to be 4 shots with Relentless here, hitting on 3s. Ooh, wow. You may not want to roll any of those. Yeah, take that. So that's going to be 3 crits and a regular shot there. So I'm going to have 3 defense dice looking for 4 ups. Don't get to retain any of these because he's ignoring cover there since he's that close. Oof, I get a crit and that. What's the damage on this?
8. They're 4 each.
3, 4. Well, he will be dead.
3. Those are all 4, so he's going to be very dead.
He will be dead unless I can roll.
I don't think.
No, I don't think. I think if I even if I get 1, even if I reroll 1, get the 6. No, he's well. I guess he would just be alive. No, I think he's dead. Yeah. This guy's going to move up onto the objective or onto one of those dropped pieces and did the pickup action to pick it up. The Repentia over here moved up onto the objective here and has loot and ransacked it. All right, so then my Kernathi is going to activate and charge into his gunner over here. So I'm going to have 4 attacks with my dual power weapons. Looking for 3+ with lethal 5+. My opponent has got yeah, looking for 3. Okay, I can reroll all of these, luckily.
It's doing a reroll so many more times. I'm just going to keep rerolls to try to save.
Okay, so that's going to be 2 crits. And a regular hit over there. So we are now gonna. So what can happen is, so you got 2 hits, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to, because of my bladed stance.
No. That was on a 4.
Are you hit on 4s?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. With my bladed stance, I'm actually going to parry this and then just strike you and kill you dead. So my opponent has no one else to activate here. He does have one that could Overwatch, but there's no one in line of sight to her, so I'm just going to keep activating my guys here. So now my Soul Weaver is going to do the free dash up over here, and then she is going to Soul Heal onto my Hunter over there. So you'll gain back D3 lost wounds, gaining back 2 wounds, which is great, but I'm back up to 7. And then she is going to use her shuriken pistol to shoot into his Repentia over there. So it's going to be 4 shots, hitting on 3s. That's going to be a crit and 2 hits. No AP, lethal 5+. Oh, so that's going to be two crits, actually. Okay. Oh, no. I was looking at the wrong weapon. So that's just going to be a crit and 2 hits. AP, so you've got, looking for 6s. So nothing there. So that is going to be Feel No Pain. So you've got for 10 wounds.
10, okay.
Yep. All right, so then we got 10 5-ups. Making 1. So she is also out of action. And then my Felarch is going to move and dash up to there, which will be the end of the turning point here. So we will now roll off to see who will have initiative going into turning point number 3. I rolled a 4, my opponent rolled a 2, so it will be the Voidscarred again, going into turning point number 3. As you may have realized, you probably are screaming in the comments already. Over here, I re-rolled his with Relentless, even though he's the Kernite Hunter and not the Kernathi. Man, all these K-words. So I was looking at the wrong profile. He does not have Relentless on his power weapon, so he did not get to re-roll any of those first misses. So I got nothing into there. He would have taken the one hit that went into him over there, which would have been doing 3 damage, right? And then I would have done 3 damage for the 1 hit, and then I healed back 2, so I'll be at 4. It's also worth knowing that at the end of the turning point up there, my opponent got central control up there by having her within the center. So into the strategy step here, we're not revealing any of our TACOS. We both gained a CP, and my opponent spent a CP on Divine Shield again. So we'll come back to you with a firefight step. All right, so then over here, I'm going to activate first with, this is actually the Kernathi, who I spent 1 CP to give him Light Fingers, allowing him to do the pickup action for free. So he picked up that other loot token there. And then it specifically says they can carry as many loot tokens as they want. And then he's going to charge into the Repentia over there and attack. So I'm going to have 4 attacks, looking for 3 pluses. And this is Relentless.
I got 4. I'm going to burn my 1 last.
So I'm going to re-roll that one into a hit. And my opponent has, you're hitting on 4s?
Yeah.
So he's got 2 hits over here. 1 second. All right, so the Repentia have a rule that's brutal. So that means that I cannot, that I don't get, I can only parry with crits. So with my bladed stance, before anything happens, I'm going to parry that there. Then I'm going to strike with this, which will do 6 damage, which is not going to kill you. So I imagine you want to strike with the next one, strike me with the next one, yes. Correct? Strike me with this next one, and then I would strike 2 more. So that's going to be 16 to you. Mm-hmm. So you can do your Feel No Pains for that. 1 second. All right, so it's going to be 14. No, 5. She will be out of action, taken out. And I will take 5 damage from the one that went through on me over there. But this does mean I do score Rob and Ransack. And now his gunner over here is going to activate Fight Me over here. So he's looking for 4s. I'm looking for 3s with just a regular power weapon. So I've got a crit and 2 regular.
I got no rerolls.
Alrighty. So you get to choose first with yours. Do you want to strike me?
I'll strike you because you're just going to kill me. You're
going to strike me? Okay, yeah, and then I will kill her with the other ones there. So then my Soul Weaver over here is going to activate. She's going to do Loot and Ransack over here, and then heal my Hunter over there for 1 wound. His sister over here activated and took that objective. Then my Kernathi Hunter over here is going to activate and take that objective, and then she's going to stay up over there. And then my gunner is going to move and dash up onto there and then shoot her with the blaster because the dash is free. That is going to be 1, 2, 3 hits. But it is also going to be AP 2. So she's going to have 1 try to save here.
Nope.
Does not make it. So then she would have 15. 15 Feel No Pains over here. So what do we got? 5 pluses. No, she is not a bad roll, but still out of action. Because that's more than 8 over there. I think it's
2,
9.
4, 6, 8. Yeah,
Oh, it's exactly what he needed. Ooh, that was a good attempt. Very good attempt. All right, and then because my opponent has no one else to activate, he's just going to move on to that objective and do the loot and ransack. He's going to move on to this objective, do loot and ransack. And then he is just going to pass his turn back over there because it's not worth doing. And that's where we're going to call it. Because at this point, he has the one warrior over there. And what I'm going to do is next turn, he's probably going to run up, grab that. And then everyone else is just probably going to run away and hide. Maybe move into position to get the sister she pulled out, went around and gave in position there. So a victory for the Voidscarred. Actually, not a super wide difference of points there, because I guess at the end of this turn, well, I guess it maybe 4th turning point it might get even more, but at the end of this turn point, the score was 10-9, which is really close. My Robin Ransack, I'd probably get 1 because I would run him away to protect him at the end of the next turning point there. And then I would get probably another 3 objectives over here for 3 more points. And then I would pick up the last one over there to get the 2 points for that. So I guess maybe next turn I would have gotten a bunch more points, but a pretty close game. But the lethal, the Voidscarred, doing a better showing here than the first time they came out on the table. But it's fun to see them in action because they're such cool looking models, and I'm very happy that they perform well because I like them. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent has been Neil, and until next time, stay safe and have fun.